My friends and my family are pretty much just like everyone else, you know. Some have been really badly affected, and some haven't been affected at all.
You know, this is my hometown. This is where I grew up. And
I have a few friends who were very much affected by the February earthquake.
Everyone's on tenterhooks, you know, people just washed out, just exhausted, just emotionally exhausted.
The house that I was born and raised in is all but fallen down and needs to be rebuilt.
It's been like an arrow to the heart, really.
You know, they're having to start from scratch.
An uncle and his family whose house was red zoned.
My brother's house is sinking into the ground, and it's the ongoing question of things taking such a long time to get sorted out.
It's not just about the event, it's more of it's an ongoing process.
You know, the buildings have been pulled down, but nothing's been erected in their place.
There's still shakes and stuff. It just puts everyone on edge. Still.
They're saying, oh yeah, everything back to normal down there. Forget it, man. It's a totally new city, and it's going to take at least 10 years or longer before normality is reached, you know.
It's sort of still only half a city. So, you know, I don't think people should really stop supporting it till it's back fully on its feet and functioning like a true city.
I think really a good reason to think about Christchurch is because it gives us all an opportunity to reconnect with that concept of community and bringing people together and not doing everything just for yourself but doing things for others, quite purposefully doing things for others.
With the ongoing earthquakes, I think people just didn't know when it was going to end, and now that it feels like, you know, the worst has passed, it's the uncertainty of how the future will be rebuilt.
The stuff that's happening inside people and has happened inside people over the past year and a half, it's not so easy to see.
The ongoing nature of it is just so exhausting. It just goes on, and yeah.
It's not better yet, and it won't be for a long time.
Longer than just 2 years.
But it has to be creative, because you have to think outside the square, because the square collapsed.
Because it's about repairing some of the damage. It's about artists that want to spread awareness.
I don't know, it just really helps, you know, even in a sense of solidarity.
There's many different areas that can come together and help the better, really. So, I mean, music being one of the things that's happening in New Zealand, if that can be something that contributes towards trying to help people, then that's great.
It's really nice to be able to do something that's quite simple and easy, you know, that really has an effect.
You can't necessarily rely on the government. You can't necessarily rely on, you know, insurance companies who you've, you know, invested with your whole life. But you can rely on your fellow humans.
To, you know, both get some money for Christchurch and to promote New Zealand music and New Zealand artists overseas as well.
The rebuild of Christchurch and the creative scene is going to take a long time, and every little bit counts.
The Christchurch still needs our help.
And there's some really good, awesome artists that have come together for the album.
2 years on, you know, everything wanes a bit, and it's really good to just give that a lift every so often. So supporting this album, it's a really good time to be doing it.
You should support the album because it gives you the opportunity to say, I can contribute in some small way.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you support the album? It's awesome music, donated by awesome musicians to help regenerate Christchurch.